How's it, everybody? Welcome back into the Paper Point Inn. I'm Ikadanui, and thank you guys for waiting for me to come back live. It is actually so good to see you guys here today. Did you guys actually had a good day today so far? Did you guys eat well, rest well? If not, then I hope that today's stream will actually be a little bit on the relaxing end for you. I boop in the... Zura, hi! It's lovely to actually see you here. But yeah, I hope that you guys actually had a good day today so far. Today is a Tuesday, and it's things are going a little bit warmer here in my end. Though I have a feeling that some people on the other sides of the world, it's not really so much yet. I'm okay. Just feels like just my ass feels like it's on fire. Oh goodness, that is awful. I hope you're gonna be okay though. And Savage, Gonzo, hi. Popping in just for a moment in my vacation to say hello and hope you have a wonderful day. Happy Mardi Gras. Happy Mardi Gras to you too. And thank you so much for the wishes, Savage. Well, today we are actually gonna be doing ourselves something, it's that time of year again where we actually... No, not time that year again. What am I saying? It's that time of month again where we actually try to draw out our Patreon content, if you will. And this time we are going to go tackling a big chunky one, if you will. I know I would have squeezed in us doing some emotes arts on this one, but I think I'll have to do that one offline. Today we're gonna be tackling we're actually gonna be tackling an art piece that a few people in my Patreon has voted for, which I'm gonna be bringing this run right here for now. For those that actually wish to show interest, my Patreon is right there. It serves as a tip jar, but also helps helps me out by growing out my content, and I do truly appreciate those who actually help contribute to it. So, I had a pancake day. Oh, that makes more sense. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, that's for what? Okay, but that's good. But that's good, Ty. I hope it actually turns out really sweet. But yeah, today we're actually gonna get to tackle ourselves some art, and this time we're actually gonna be drawing out a character that people in Patreon voted over there. And we are going to be drawing out a Valentine's Day related content featuring one of my girls, Myyra, which we are actually going to go into the podium right now. So, without further ado... Honey!
Hi, Papa.
Oh, hey! Wild!
Do that.
Hmm?
Why would I choose that nothing wrong to warrant such treatment?
I don't know either. But so yeah, we are now here in the podium, and it's time for us to actually get to working on our art piece for today. So where art thou is the tavern music? Yeah, there you go. There you are. So let me go ahead and open that up.
Buds.
Hmm?
Bud. Just the buds.
Bots? Oh! As in the character art?
Bards.
Bards. Oh. E.
Yep.
I have plans to make 6 homemade pizzas this week before the weekend starts. That's gonna be a lot of homemade pizzas, but I have a feeling you have an idea what to do with them. So, without further ado, we're gonna switch gears. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Golem, for switching that. There we go. There we go. It's it's still going. Okay, it's still lagging up. Hold on, chat. This might take a moment.
Guff.
What, you prefer a pillow barrage? Look, a pillow toss every now and then is fine, but if you constantly do that every single time, your I don't know if that actually warrants that to be. I don't know if that's gonna be. That's most likely gonna be borderline unfunny if you keep doing it in a very constant basis. At that point, I would have removed the pillow privileges.
Here's the thing about jokes. The less you tell them, the longer they retain their humor. And that which point, the less pillows, the funnier it is when it does happen. Abuse the right, you will lose the right. Don't make me become a parent now.
Yep. Exactly. So, it's important to do it in moderation, if you will. It is a running gag, yes it is, but, well, all I ask is you toss the pillow in moderation. Capiche?
There's nothing wrong with the act itself. Hell, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to do it on occasion. But the fact of the matter is, it's just that if you don't moderate things, they end up going either stale or worse, they end up becoming abusive, such as other substances or actions.
I just throw pillows randomly, but I don't throw like 5 pillows in a row. Okay, yeah.
Fair point. A fair point.
And
People throwing pillows.
well, I just switched into the well, all I did was switch into the stream chat, and next thing I know, I got hit by a pillow just cuz.
But oh, you're working on Goth Mommy.
Why not? The Goth MILF is coming back. This is what people on my Patreon has voted for.
Yes.
Fair enough. And fun fact, I actually posted something somewhat related in the open chat.
Hmm? Ah!
Remember the woman who played
Huh?
That's
open
what.
Oh, I
chat?
see it.
Remember the woman who played Cindy Lou Who in the Grinch movie?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Look in the
Oh!
open chat. That's a before and after.
Holy shit.
God, like, yes.
Also,
Like-
before I forget, there you go, you're now free from the rack.
You know that's only temporary.
I know,
Yes,
so just relish
But
it
at
while
least you get
can.
some circulation back into your legs.
Holy shit, that's
enough.
her?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when that picture was taken, but yes.
Hold on.
Also, I see that you sneakily put Sisters Battle and Kriegsman in, and I'm for it. I can agree with this.
Okay. That's the same person. What?
Again, I don't know when the second picture was taken, but apparently they are the same person.
Huh.
What's her name again?
Not a clue.
How about me?
Feel free to do your own supplementary research.
That was quickly short-lived. Sorry, Afton, but you're going in the jar.
I told you. At least I got some rest.
Well, how about this kind of rest?
Feel free to do your own supplementary research.
There you go. Now, well, not often the chat actually asks for this kind of punishment, but it's a surprise, if you will.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right. Yeah, this is official, and it seems like this picture was taken ages ago.
Ages ago?
So
Huh.
maybe define ages, son.
By looks of things, just from well, well, I wasn't expecting. Like it's all like apparently it's been. Yeah, these photos were taken back in like 20. Yeah, like around 2022.
That's not exactly ages. That's just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's more that goes back. Like this is just the most oldest one I've found
Recent?
so far. Yeah, most recent.
Gotta
But
keep.
apparently she's a songwriter and a singer now.
Let's see. Gotta keep it interesting by changing the jar position of the jar punishment. You know, fair.
Wait, why am I
Oh,
upside down?
Chad said so.
How did my atlas even get in here?
Yes.
Although, I mean, they should be coming a little bit loose soon. Anyway.
To see you with Adam is like... I don't know what's the proper way to describe
me without
it.
a beard.
Yeah, it's like seeing someone you know for a long time without a beard.
Yeah. Hey, Richie. Just when you get a chance, there's some 7 days out there. Think you could just bring them in real quick? Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
I didn't have time to actually draw out this this final sketch of this commission. Well, not commission. What am I saying? Patron award. There's a difference. Oh, thanks for the head pad. Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Yeah. Appreciate it, brother.
Let's see.
Sorry, I'm just talking to coworkers.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Let's see. Hey, Afton, do you lose your horns when people call you bald? Oh, wait, no. If you lose your horns, would people call you bald?
no. Although I feel bald without them. Like, it's kind of like, it kind of has like its ups and its downs. Like, one benefit is that I can finally wear hoodies
Alright.
and knitwear. Although the downside is you're so used to turning your head for a door.
Let's see. More like naked without them. Yeah, that is pretty much the same sentiment. I mean, I would know since I kind of sometimes feel naked when I don't have wings up in the out in the open.
Yeah. Like, it's just one of those sentiments really, like, you're so used to having them there, but when you don't, you kind of ignore, like, you kind of have, like, the instinct to still do the things while you still have like, the horns or wings there. Like, for example, sleeping on your side.
Okay, I'm gonna have to practice. I have to be careful in drawing this one out because she does have the wooden spoon that is right by her chin. I'm actually surprised that Myyra is the one who ends up winning for the Patreon gold, though. I kind of fucked up. I will come clean of this. I fucked up when it comes to the outfit choice for the Patreon gold, cause given that this was in short time, I had no choice but to actually keep the time window for the poll in my Patreon in a short window of time, but I made it way too fucking short. Not enough for people to actually make more of their votes. Like, there's only one vote for one outfit A and one vote for outfit B. I thought to myself, what?
Oh, sorry, I was gonna ask, what were the other options?
Well, I only had 2 options for that outfit because as I was placing my suggestion there, one person suggested ribbons. The other suggested an apron.
I can see apron's one.
Well,
it's simple.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I thought I set the goal for my Patreon for the Patreon goal poll for the outfits. I thought I actually had set the outfits to. I thought I set the poll to like that'll last until Saturday. Thing is, it only ended just one day, so not enough for other people to actually chime in and put in their votes into it. So I'm just gonna have to do a coin toss.
Wait, so did you forget how much time to vote it on?
Yes, that's my L right there.
Goober!
Unfortunately, this is where I gotta go because I need to go pick up Kyle from physical therapy.
Okay. Please give my regards to Kyle, okay?
Will do.
All
Take
right.
care.
Take care.
Have a good evening. Like, speaking of that, my shoulder aches so much.
Hmm. Although I think I should
Like-
actually ask my chat to vote for this one.
And what is the vote for?
Should we actually get what will her outfit be for once and for all for this? You know?
Oh, so like add the votes on top of the Patreon votes.
Yep.
Okay. That actually sounds pretty reasonable.
So
Also, any advice for shoulder pain? Like,
don't strain it.
I think it's already strained.
Then you might need. Then if it gets really bad, a sling would also help. Okay, so maybe for this we could actually make a. Pretty sure the vote poll was close when I watched. Did you set it back? I tried, my guy. I really did, but I kind of lost track. But this is also partially my fault that things have been so busy in my end. I forgot to set it back. So we may have to make a poll here, if you will.
Like, don't worry. Sometimes priorities just kind of go over our heads.
Yeah. Especially since I had to take care of other things in the back, as well as the really last big commission. So I can finally tackle on the other commissions that are in my belt.
I like what chat says. Come to think of it, Mickey would feel naked around Azure or the Fur Bulges or any Titans.
Hey, you guys! What am I gonna do
Like-
with all of you?
Hey, I'm just the messenger. Also, what sucks is that the shoulder that's on is the same one that I use to move my mouse around. So
Oh no. You mean your dominant shoulder?
yes. Like I think
Oh.
did I
Oh, that's
reference
going to
how that happened?
hurt.
Did I reference how that happened again?
Anyways, there it is, you guys. The outfit. Okay, so we got 3 votes for the apron with the dress. Oh, okay. All right. I think I'm having a feeling what this Valentine's Day outfit is going to be.
I mean, who would not want to wake up to Myyra just wearing an apron on Valentine's Day?
Well, that may be true, but for the sake of keeping protecting myself from getting the band hammer, she's wearing. We're gonna concentrate with a safe for work outfit first. Apron with a dress.
Yes.
Cause this thing will come with alts, and I will feed my chat. And I will feed my I will feed my patrons in Patreon on that one. It's a first come first serve. Whenever I finish my content there, it's gonna be released into Patreon, and as such, they will have a first come first serve kind of treatment.
Well, how's your week been?
My week is doing okay, and although so far I have been working on this blue amigurumi, on this blue dragon amigurumi so far, and it's slowly coming together. Azur, I know what I said. You know, they could say threesomes. Why is Retrofox? Why are you guys the way? You guys. Okay. The apron with the dress won. So that's gonna be our outfit for Myyra. For Myyra to draw in. Okay. Well, that's actually one piece of good news. So, let's see. You know, I know how to be subtle. You know what? There. Now,
side, like little paints.
okay. Before I would actually do the design for the apron, I need to do the design for the dress. So I have an idea to draw out the character before we would actually okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Yes, I am and I think I'll just make this one a little bit on the short end for the dress. Or long end for the dress. I don't know. Do we want a 50s style wife aesthetic? That's not a bad idea.
I mean, I feel like the 50s style would suit her.
Yeah?
Think about it, like, have you seen Abby from NCIS?
No.
Would give it a watch, but series is very invest worthy, so.
I think maybe somewhere down the line, I have an idea I wanted to draw out when I could, and that's drawing out my characters as, drawing out Myyra, what she looks like when she was younger, aka, what she looks like in her backstory, if you will.
Ooh, like a little timeline.
Yep. Let's see.
I adore timeline art. Like, you don't see it very often. It's interesting to see how a character grew up in their life. Like, to where they are now.
I mean, yeah. NCIS used to be my favorite show of all time. I mean, it's not... It was pretty good. It had pretty good episodes from the last time I remember them. And Jay, thank you so much for the head pat.
The question is, which season did you last remember it going up to?
I forgot.
Vicky.
What? It has been a long while, okay? Cut me some pieces of slack.
I mean, fair point. It is on season 20 now.
Oh, God. They've been going that long?
I mean, it's as old as me. Maybe a bit older.
Okay, so let's see. What I will do is that I'll design the shoes of hers since she's wearing pumps. I know that there's some people out there who will pull off heels that high. I'm just not one. And I wish I could actually pull off heels that high. I have a feeling I would look incredible. I'm gonna look really good on them. It's just that there's the balance issue, if you will.
Yeah, like, it's pretty hard to walk, and like, they look really uncomfortable.
They do, but if you're able to pull it off and actually if you actually were able to pull it off, I'm gonna bet you're gonna look fucking gorgeous.
I mean, the question is, would it be like almost wearing ice skates? Or ice skates just, except the heels are increased? Because I'm kind of feeling they would be like ice skates.
I think you might be right on that.
now I'm just thinking of ice skating now.
Oh sheesh. I should not have, what the? Clip? Oh no. No. Clip.
Did you? Don't tell us it crashed.
No, it has not crashed. It has not crashed. But it lagged significantly for a moment there, and I do not like that. And I just saved it. Okay. There it goes. It's now saving. Happy almost Valentine's Day. Oh, thank you. I seriously need to figure out what am I gonna do for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's one of those days, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, like I've had like iffy experiences, but this year is gonna be at least a good one.
Well, I hope it does, you know?
Yeah, just one of those things where like you're so used to like it's not the part that you being like single or such that makes it a problem for Valentine's Day. No, it's just you see a lot of couples, which makes sense.
Yeah. I can understand to a degree. Just don't be extra salt. The only thing I ask,
Salty.
salty to a degree that's you come off as spiteful, if you will.
Oh no. I don't actually. I'm I don't come off like that. It's just like in all honesty, I have a lot of friends who are growing couples, and I support the absolute crap out of them. I was talking to one of them earlier. I just said, go spend time with them. Like they had no idea what to do. I just said, hey, go spend time with your boyfriend. It's that day.
Fair enough. The only thing I know I know it sounds a little bit left field, but I once upon a time know my ex-boyfriend, but the second one, not the second one,
Not
if you
Runia.
yeah, not Runia. Once upon a time, I remember very vividly how my ex-boyfriend would be very spiteful when it comes to Valentine's Day because
Listen.
Oh, thanks for the save and layer check. Because he would actually show that level. He never actually got a single partner for most of his life up until his early to mid 20s, and it's to the point that he views Valentine's Day with a lot of spite, and I just want to be hopeful for the guy that he will end up having somebody, and eventually that somebody was me. I was his first partner, but unfortunately, after the honeymoon period of the relationship is over, it didn't change the fact that how he was such a absolute terrible person. There is no
Yeesh.
two ways of sugarcoating it.
That,
Yeah.
like you don't have to keep going if you don't want to. Like, well, honestly, like I just know what I'm doing on Valentine's Day, and I'm just gonna head down to my favorite cafe and get myself a nice coffee and a tea, and I'm just gonna do some people watching.
Well, that's good. Just, well, that's good. Just, well, just, I just hope that you have a good day tomorrow. But, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And I know she's bi, but I can tell she's guy leaning. Yes, this is true. I may be bisexual, but I am guy leaning. That doesn't mean I don't find women I find women attractive, okay? I'm just kind of guy leaning. And yes, I'm also a polyamorous woman. I told Steve that I told Steve this, and he still accepts me regardless. And yes, and I'm actually, wow, what an asshole. Yeah, I know, right? I was very young and stupid. Very young and stupid. I thought that, just by being with me, I thought that, since he was with me, he would actually finally try to change and he would actually start taking the steps on trying to change, but no. Look, I'm only saying, I'm gonna be sharing this story, I'm gonna be sharing the story to you so that way you would actually, learn from it. And also it's a case study of what not to do when you finally got yourself a significant other.
Mm-hmm.
take it from somebody who actually dated my ex. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a very clingy and I'm a very clingy person. There is no two ways about it. And but I did actually try my best to show some level of restraint for my significant other at the time. However, given how I was, I may be his first girlfriend, but he still treated me poorly. That he would actually call out my neediness, that he wanted space, but even when I did give him space, he still chose to be an asshole. And it was at a point I just don't know what to exactly do for him in order to make him happy. When really, you know, I shouldn't be able to I shouldn't be able to, you know, be the sole provider for his own level of happiness. But
Like,
he was just he may have good days, but they're very few and far between. And it doesn't help that he really has a way of letting me down on making promises that he never actually kept, which is why I held promises and keeping one word in a very high regard. When I couldn't be able to get when I wasn't able to get my mom's blessing to go see him in person because we live in a whole ass different countries, he said that he would actually be willing to put in the effort to actually try to see me. Eventually, that promise never came through. That promise fell through because I learned that he was complacent with his current life, complacent with the relationship, and he absolutely lost interest in trying to renew his passport, get the visa in order to see me. And it fell through. And it kind of came to a head when it was New Year's Eve, exactly almost 10 years ago at this point, that he was actually throwing shade with one of my friends at the time, with one of my friends, and I called him out on this, and then I called him out on this, and as a result, he just became spiteful. He doesn't want to even talk to me. I became even worried that that this might be my fault because I just intervened and trying to actually try to save my friend. It's also at that point that it made me realize, is this really over? Like, he's not really talking to me. He doesn't really appreciate nor care about my affections. All I did was try to make him happy, yet I've been lied to. I felt strong. It felt like I was strung along when it comes to this relationship. When I finally
sound
got
like you're
to,
being.
Hmm?
Sorry, like, apologies for me, nudging out on that. It sounded like you're just being gaslit, and in all honesty, you did the right thing by just going away from that relationship, because it sounded that person. Like, here's the thing: if you don't want to actively try and change for someone, just to not only make yourself better but make them better too, then what's the point of it all? What's the point of being in a relationship if you don't want to improve yourself, not only to just make themselves happy, but their partner happy?
Yeah, relationships take work, and
It's a mutual thing.
and you're exactly right, Wild. I wouldn't know how relationships work. Look, relationships do take work. It's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. You gotta have communication. You gotta have respect. You also gotta have trust on the other person. Because sometimes love is not enough. You need those other important elements in order to make a relationship work. And my ex at the time, I was his first. And yet he had to learn the very hard way why those important elements matter. Because when he told me he lost all respect for me that day, I learned, I was heartbroken, yes, but I learned that if I stayed with this guy, if I keep forgiving his actions, I might end up becoming more of a shell of myself. So I finally did him what he wanted. I finally broke up with him. He's finally free to do what he wants, and yeah. But you know what they all say? Every man's trash is another person's treasure. And a few months later, guess who ends up being in a relationship for almost 8 years?
Steve.
Yeah. And you know what is the funniest kicker in the world when that actually happened?
What was it?
A few months later, when Steve and I are now in a relationship, I actually got a message from him that one night when Steve and I were just doing our sleepover calls. Basically, we would leave the webcam on for most of the duration of the time, and we just sleep, like basically a sleepover in a way. Some people made it work, and that's how Steve and I made it work for ours. And yeah, so he actually messaged me that night, and we were just trying our best to be amicable exes and be friendly with each other. But I learned that the guy has went through a few relationships already, and they are all trash fire relationships. It made him realize just how much he was absolutely shitty towards me, and how he actually wanted to give our relationship another go. When he sent me that message, I looked into the webcam where Steve is asleep, and I reflected upon that moment that I am happy with what I have. I'm happy to be with a person who does treat me with the love and kindness I deserve. If I go back to him, I would end up being hurt in the process. So I just said, no. Some things I'm sorry, but he has hurt me one too many times. I let him slide one too many times. Relationships take work, respect, and trust. And communication has to be clear out there so it'll thrive. And he actually takes it in, and it took me a while to finally let him go for good when I learned that he's becoming more and more of a misogynistic asshole. So, yeah. The moral of the story here, chat, is, when you finally get to be in a relationship with someone, you have to actually try your best to on making it work with them. Keep the communication clear. View that person not as an object, but as a person. They have their own goals, their own dreams. They even have their own feelings. And if they are upset about something, you have to talk to them. Ask how they're doing, and if things are doing okay in their lives. You know, and you might end up creating a stronger bond. And if those who haven't been on relationships, well, treat people like they are. Treat people with kindness, love, and respect. Treat them well. Treat them well because they are people. They have their own dreams. They have their own wishes. They have their own goals. They also have their own fears. It doesn't matter if they are if they are man, woman, or in between. You know, they're people.
It's,
And
like, it's a two-way streak, like you said.
yeah. So, yeah. Eventually, they will come. Eventually, eventually they will come to you. So, yeah. Well, it's clear I failed in the friendship given the years on the internet. I'm sure that you will end up with happiness of your own time. But another key ingredient that actually helped make a relationship works is, hold on a second, let me do this hydrate redeem. Is that you also have to learn to take care of yourself. Because you don't want to lose yourself into the relationship. Please take it from somebody who actually almost did that to appease someone who doesn't actually treat me well with kindness. You have to have time to treat yourself, and you also have to keep your goals and your own. And if you have goals, keep them alive. If you want to pursue them, that's great. Thing is, you have to have your own sense of individuality too. You have to take care of yourself. Sometimes even sometimes doing basic hygiene can actually do wonders. Okay, let's see. Miki, believe me when I say you made the right choice. You knew you didn't want to go through that pain a second time. Yeah. But sometimes I can actually not learn from my mistake. I didn't learn to I would know since I didn't learn that lesson didn't come to me when it comes to me and Alabaster. Sometimes it's not romantic relationships where you have to walk away from. Just came here to drop high at the moment because I'm hungry and work is starting soon. Well, I hope you managed to eat something very well, and I hope work is okay to you. Sorry, did I actually
Oh no, you didn't bring down the mood, but what you did give was actually quite an interesting lesson and a pretty good lecture on like proper boundaries and what to do in specific types of situations.
Yeah?
You did.
Well, I didn't. Well,
Like,
sorry, you go.
no. Like, all I'm just saying is that you brought a pretty, like, you actually spoke through a very reasonable situation that you spoke about a situation that you had a problem with, and you solved it. You thought it through, you processed it, and you got it done. You basically did the right thing, and because of that, you're now with the person that you do truly love.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand, like, there's a worry about people being spiteful about Valentine's Day. Like, I was for a time being, but I just grown to accept. Hey, it's a holiday that people do enjoy, and if you know people who are couples, then support them. Just enjoy your time how you wish.
I will say this though. I am looking forward to Valentine's Day for another reason.
What would that be?
Hosting, I know I'm risking it for a biscuit for this type of for this type of goal. But I am going to finally get to work on finishing. Is it here or is it not here? Okay, it's not here. All right, okay. I am looking forward to finishing this for tomorrow.
Those the auctions.
Yep. The Date Me OC auction, I am gonna try my best to finish this tomorrow.
Oh. Like.
I don't know how I'm actually gonna render this in time, but I have an idea or two.
You'll make it.
Thank you.
It just sucks because what I'll do for the Satyr. You should know me. I'm also a Satyr. You should know.
Let's see. For those who actually need a refresher, I am going to be hosting the Date Me OC auction tomorrow, which is going to be for this year's lineup. We got Malante, the half Eladrin creation bard, which is the one in gold. Rose, the one in green, who is my divination wizard, now part nature cleric ASMR. Celine, who is my half elf twilight cleric. And Maeve, who is my satyr divination wizard. Not divination wizard. Divine soul sorcerer. Good lord, they are so close apart. You can easily mistake them.
You have so many. You have so many deity-related classes. Like, why?
Why not? I am a woman who has a strong bias.
Fair enough. Like, you're talking to the guy who likes specifically monster races. And plays somehow the most human of the group.
I mean, my bias is that I usually play with half-elves because I like half-elves. You can't take that away from me. Although I am still branching that thing out so people will have diversity.
AKA, you're just branching out the family tree.
Pretty much. Risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Yeah, it do be like that though. But yes, the third Date Me OC lineup is coming up very soon, and I already got a friend of mine expressing very strong interest in partaking the auction tomorrow.
I have a feeling who those may be.
So yeah, that is something I am actually looking forward to doing.
Mm-hmm.
You missed my question? Oh?
Listen.
Let me see. What was the question? So, Mickey, a question. If you do get a girlfriend, if she is interested in Steve as well as you, as Steve as well, would you be willing to share? I think at that point, that would have been okay. Okay, so most likely we would most likely talk about boundaries as well as how we can make the communication work, because a polyamorous relationship also requires the same amount. It also requires work and trust and respect like your average monogamous relationship, but with a little extra because there's more than one person involved. I like to keep a limit when it comes to up to 2 people in a relationship. But yeah, with the right communication and the right amount, with the right amount of communication, trust, and respect, as well as the mutual interest on Steve, then yeah. Cause there are many types of polyamorous relationships out there. You get your standard triangle based you got yourself your standard triangle-based relationship, and you also got the V-shaped the V-shaped relationship where 2 people are in love with are romantically involved with one person, yet they don't. Let's see, B and C are interested in A, but B and C don't have interest in each other. Instead, B and C have a mutual respect. And respect and friendship with each other, and they know how much they both know how much A means a lot to B and C.
So something like this then. Let
me just okay, hold on a second. I can make this thing work. Okay, I can make this thing work. Okay. When I said, well, here's what I meant, okay? Okay. Now, when it comes to here's what I meant when it comes to there are different kinds of polyamorous relationships, but these are the 2 that I know. you got your, okay, that pink is way too saturated. You get yourself the standard you get your standard romantic triangle where all parties are involved, if you will. However, you will also have the V shape where both of these where both people where A loves B and C love A. However, they don't have there is no love between B and C. Instead, there's instead B and C have this thing called. However, B and C have this mutual friendship and respect, and they actually know how much A means a lot to them. So, yeah, thoughts, questions, death threats. I'm not my knowledge in this is not 100% accurate. So please take this with a grain of salt.
You are kind of accurate in most of them.
Because, basically poly relationships can end badly with lack of trust and communication thing. Yes. Yes, very much so. It also, depends on the chemistry on the partners that are involved.
Yeah.
And Renia, hi! I'm doing okay. I'm just trying my best to explain how polyamorous relationships works, as well as my knowledge on them, because it can be a little bit spotty and shoddy, at least as of late. So I may have to brush up more on my knowledge because on different types of polyamorous relationships. So, sorry, Afton, you were trying to say something?
Oh no, nothing of the sort. I was just going to say I'm going to be taking my leave now because I need to get to.
Alright, you take care now, okay?
Yeah, you all have a wonderful good evening, and for some people who have a significant other, I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day as well.
Alright, you take care now, Afton.
See you later then.
Hold on a
Data
sec.
out.
Okay. There you go. There he goes. Now he's no longer in the jar the next time he comes back. So yeah, I hope that my explanation does actually help out a lot, chat. Okay, so let's see. Well, given that my DM isn't gonna be out of town for this week, I have a feeling that we can actually go a little bit further than we usually do when it comes to Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So, my plan of action is this. We're gonna try our best to actually do the line art for Myyra, and we're gonna do our best to do the line art for Myyra, and then we can actually we'll actually try doing flats. Well, that depends on how far we'll go, but I have faith that we can actually make this work. When it comes to the big day, though, I have a feeling who she'd want to say I do to. Aw, of course you would, KJ, but I do appreciate that, honest. Okay. Ink body 1. Okay. I'm having sniffles and I'm not liking this. I think I have an idea just now for the next time I will place into Patreon. I wish I could, Boy Splatty. I truly wish I could. But unfortunately, this is Twitch, and I haven't gotten that far when it comes to the book of how to lose your Twitch Affiliate 101, so I wish to avoid spoilers where I could. But, yeah, I would actually like to, I want to make this thing safe as possible as I could, because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to actually draw that in. I would actually love to go all out, but, there is this thing where Twitch has given one day where everyone can finally do so, only for it to take it away the next day, and I can't really do that, can't I? At least Picarto is much more. At least Picarto can still let you get away with that. I only asked because I thought I heard you saying that word, or sniffles, cause Stuffy knows. I think it's sniffles, but I apologize if I go on that tangent there. What did you say, Miki? I got ads a couple seconds ago. There is this lovely thing where, oh, how I wish you could actually draw, tasteful art when it comes to here in Twitch, but sadly you really can't anymore, because the one day Twitch finally lets you, do that, the bad apples of the site has a way on ruining that for everyone. And by everyone, most likely, most of the time, they're the artists in this community. I would really love to. I mean, don't get me wrong. My one wish is that I would actually love to draw art that is based on the classical art that that is based on the classical and Renaissance art that features nudity, if you will, because some of this art some of the art you find in that time period, they're absolutely gorgeous to look at, and I would love to use them as references for my characters in their art, for my characters, you know. Plus, it's my one way to actually respecting the classical arts like that. But hey, Twitch can't really do that anymore because the bad apples of the site ruined that for everybody. Yay! I mean, sure, there's Picarto, but I don't know. There's some features in there that is not the same as they were in Twitch. Like, those who don't actually have premium to the site, you can't really actually save your VODs, if you will, which is dumb, because I know some people would love to see the VODs of what happened last stream. Should see an Animal Crossing New Horizons ever since they allow people to get a statue with yep, pretty much.
Bruh.
I mean, as long as... No! Richard Fox! Duh! Why? Is this my life now? I think this is my life now. Yeah, I think this is my life now. But that's okay, though. I think I'd rather take this than... I don't know. Nothing's coming to mind at the moment. Okay. It has always been your life at this point. Yeah, this is true. I mean, I was the one who just open mouth insert foot when it comes to goading chat about the fur bulge, and I kind of am grateful, but at the same time I also regretted it because I and I think I'm just gonna continue where I could, because there is no way I'm going to say this out loud and I might end up risking the possibility of getting banned off of Twitch, and I don't want that. Dare we say about that time you rated the VTubers D&D OCs? You know what? Okay, fair, fine. But, that's something I really want to do next time again. I wouldn't mind actually doing another smash and pass again, but this time with the, It's easy to do D&D OCs again, but I wonder if I should actually open that avenue for other kinds of, for other kinds, if you will. Dare we say about the tie you rated? Yeah, I already read that shit. Thing is, I don't know what to actually rate for this time, aside from D&D OCs. Let's see. Or the time we flooded you with pillows, or the time you get tickled by Zoro's whip. Hey. Okay, you kind of made a point there. Fair enough. All right, you made a point. Okay. Lardy, hardy, hard. Oh, this is even better. The time you scream a giant wasp in Diablo 2. Look, I'll have you know, that was actually terrified the living shite out of me at the time. Yeah. We'll be in chat, but gotta be in game. Just need to grab snacks. Okay. Oh, you know, I actually am glad that, let's see. But you know, I will kind of say that, I will actually confess this one thing though. Myyra actually did I ever tell you that Myyra actually belongs to my ex that I brought up, last time? I mean, not last time. The one I brought up earlier ago in the stream. Sorry. Yeah. Myyra used to belong to my ex, and she was actually supposed to be a My Little Pony OC at the time because MLP was very high in its time, and he even bled into the Garry's Mod and TF2 community at the time. Boy, that was a time period that I do not regret living in, honest, because it did give me the best friends that I could ever ask for. But anyways, on to Myyra. She used to belong to my ex, and I actually really do like her design at all, and I really do like her design, but I am actually appalled that time and time again, my ex, who really does like his character, actually treated her horribly in when it comes to writing. And I get that he's going through a lot of the time, but I should have actually seen the signs when I had the chance there. And
Hey.
Oh, hi Jake. Hold on a second. Let me get you out of that jar, okay?
Yeah, I would rather not be in there.
Fair enough. I mean, Afton was there earlier, but I managed to take a nap in time, but... Okay. So, yeah, you doing good?
I just had the worst experience in the bathroom.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, honest.
Yeah, it's just better that I don't talk about it.
I honestly do not blame you, okay? I honestly do not blame you. You could just keep it at the back for the time being.
Yep. Oy vey.
I'm gonna continue.
Anyways,
Oh?
how you doing?
I'm doing fine. I was actually talking to Chad about, Myyra's origins, if you will.
Her origins?
Yeah, because she was originally not my OC.
Really?
Yeah, she used to belong to my ex. And I was actually getting to the part, and I was actually talking more of her story, but I wouldn't mind actually repeating that again.
I mean, like, you don't have to on my account, but if you feel like it.
Okay. But before that, let me actually go red chat a little bit. Let's see. I was gonna say, yeah, she was a rarity reskin. Yes, she actually was. That was my ex actually took a rarity model for Garry's Mod and actually reskinned her into, into something a little bit an original design, sort of, maybe. MLP has gone weird this year with an infection AU. Yeah, I've been seeing that in my feed too, but you know what? I'm in for it. I like to see more creativity, what these artists can actually pump out. If you want to try exploring that, but with an infection AU, by all means, go for it. I like to see creativity.
Infection?
Yeah, like a zombie AU.
Oh, that kind.
Yeah,
That's one of those things I'm not particularly a fan of.
that's okay. So, okay. Oh yeah, on to Myyra's origins. So yeah, Myyra used to belong to my ex for his own stories that he tried to write, that he tried to create with Garry's Mod and eventually SFM. I will admit that she actually is one of the prettiest rarity reskins that I ever seen. I just do not like the way how my ex actually puts her through when it comes to his stories. Because there are times that he actually showcased this character with kindness and respect because hey, that's his waifu. And then there are times that he actually, during his darker periods of his life, would put her through would write some really bad, awful shit. Like, I'm not like killing her off in some sort of ways, but it would eventually make her survive. Yeah, that kind of stuff. But yes,
Man.
he was an edgelord, and I wish I would know better, but I was very young and stupid at the time. But I also did not like how he actually treats Myyra Myyra at that time period. I mean, it was at that point that I actually really liked Myyra as well as her daughter. So, so when my ex and I actually broke up, and he's not doing as much SFM content at that period of time, I asked of him that if it's all right for me to actually adopt Myyra and her daughter. Her daughter as my own characters, and which he said yes, he's fine with that because he doesn't want to use them anymore. And I actually accept this. This is taking place in 2019. Keep in track of that. I have yet to figure out how I'm gonna redesign Myyra's new look as well as the daughter, because I was in a creative rut a little bit on the time. Then I also have been busy with my own stuff that has been going on in the background in that period. Flash forward.
You know something Oh, sorry. May I comment on something?
Yes.
You know something I never understood?
What's that?
Like, what's the point of having a bunch of characters like that if you're just going to keep killing them off?
Honestly, I ask myself that too. Like, if you want to do that in a story writing purpose, that's fine. I mean, it is your story, but if it's like dripping with a lot of angst, especially if they're tied to your life or what's happening to you into your life, then I have a feeling that they actually deserve better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Is it weird? I don't know. As a creative standpoint, they deserve better.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, onto a few years later, where I learned that one, he's actually back into SFM, which is nice. But then he treated his version of Myyra absolutely shite again, like it's out of spite, you know. Like he wants to acknowledge that that she's basically a mistake. At that point, I was like, okay, no. I kind of refuse to let you go through this. That word you said back years ago, I'm finally cashing in on that. And I had the idea of redesigning Myyra, and as such, she's now the goth MILF that we actually see that as we speak. And you know what? The way I've actually written her down as this once powerful noble woman who once loved the noble lore, but eventually had to, and eventually was cast aside because, one, she's not producing the heir in the short time period of their marriage, and two, he's becoming more and more greedy in the political game that he's in, and as such, it's my honey in the window. Hey, hold it. Hey, hi.
Hi. You got rice on your chest.
Okay. Tom! Tom's running away, honey. He doesn't want to be picked up. Huh? Oh. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna be right back.
Family's here.
What?
Family's here.
Family's
They wanna say
here.
hi.
Family's here. They want to say hi, and I want to look a little bit more presentable. So, 10-minute break early, okay? Okay. Alright, I'm back. Okay, thank you guys for waiting for me to come back. So, let's see. I just had in-laws came by to say hi, and actually, so I actually made the effort to go out there. So, yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a lot better than how I was a bit earlier, but, Okay, so I sure hope I didn't keep you guys waiting for too long. After all, it has been exactly 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been roughly that amount.
Alright. Okay, so
I don't know why, but I just feel ridiculously tired today.
do you want to actually lay down or something?
Maybe. I might need to. I was so tired I couldn't do my workout today.
Look, it's okay if you want to go and rest, my guy.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll see you later.
Alright, you take care. And Short Fuse, hi, welcome back, welcome back. Let's see. Well, I'm thinking you may have to save that question next time he comes back, KJ. But I'm sure that he means you well. I'll pass the message along or something. What the? Oh, it switched to Pixel Brush instead of the... Ah, okay. That could explain why, the confusion there just a moment ago. Okay, I was in the middle of a story when, before my in-laws came by. Here for a bit, but thank you for finishing the art you sent my way earlier. Oh, you're very welcome, Short Fuse. I actually am glad you love it. Let's see. This one will be a wooden spoon. Oh, okay. Which will be, there we go. There was a story I was in the middle of when it comes to Myyra. Which was it? Oh, right. Flash forward a few years later, after my ex and after my ex says I could actually keep the girls. Okay, so I decided to hop back a few years later after my ex has said it's okay for me to keep Myyra. Myyra and her daughter. So a few years later, when I decided to hop back into DeviantArt after going through countless of tries and try to get that account to work again, I actually noticed in my feed that my ex is finally back in DeviantArt, posting his content there, and whatnot. However, it's not only him. I'm finally coming back into DeviantArt after so long, but also showcasing him, bringing back his characters, and dissing out Myyra again when like she is nothing but his biggest shame, which in a way I can't understand, but at the same time I am so tired of the upteenth time my ex really does have a way on mistreating his character wrong. So I said to myself, fuck it. That word that you actually that word, I'm finally going to cash in the word we agreed long ago, and I'm going to be and I'm going to do something about it. So I changed Myyra from the reskin My Little Pony character that she was into something that's much better.
A goth mommy.
She is basically a goth mommy. And hi, honey.
Hello.
So yeah, and she came out a little bit better for it. In fact, I actually am liking this level of popularity that she has. I mean, is it small? Yeah, but that's okay.
Small and faithful.
But it's a small and faithful little interest. I don't know if my ex has learned about Myyra's new form, but honestly, I could care less.
That being said, if they ever do find out and want them back, nah, we're just gonna smugly say no.
In fact, I also went as far as to reskin her, as to not only reskin but also redesign her daughter. Though I'm actually having trouble which design is much better for that bill.
I'm gonna go hop on my own computer to hop on your stream proper. I'm gonna get myself a drink and I'll be right there, okay?
Alright, sweetheart.
Love you.
Love you too. Also, Myyra is an amazing goth mommy. They don't deserve her. Yep. He doesn't deserve me. He doesn't deserve her. If anything, I'm just coming in like the scornful ex-wife who's demanding custody, full custody of the children, and I basically did that. What is her daughter's story, and will she be a playable character in the game? Well, that actually depends on what the DM is going to do about it, as well as depends on storytelling. Cause I once upon a time had designed her daughter, cause Myyra is a mom, and her daughter is very, very young. Oh dear. Okay. I know it's here somewhere. Hold on a second, chat. Bear with me. I just need to actually find the whip that contains her daughter, which shouldn't be too far off. I hope. Sorta. Maybe. Okay. Okay, it's not here. So. Are you kidding me? So. Okay. I know I made an image of Mina, which is not too far off, but okay, so it's only in this Google document. Okay. Well, that just makes my job even harder than it was already. But yes, this is Myyra's daughter, Mina, if you will, and I was actually figuring out on how to actually design her in terms of her hair color, if you will, cause I'm on the fence in either making her redhead, her original blue hair color, or she takes after her dad's hair color, if you will. So yeah. This is Myyra's actual daughter, and she's like 5 in this image. So, Myyra's one wish is to protect her daughter the furthest away from her ex-husband, because if the word comes back to him that he actually has a daughter with the woman that he threw away years ago because he's an impatient fuck, there's a very good chance that one, he's going to actually take her away for good, and two, Mina is going to be under the greatest danger of the political web that her ex-husband got himself into, and Myyra does not want that for her daughter at all. So it's why she actually struck up with a fae that actually took sympathy on her plight. It also doesn't help the fae actually saw firsthand how dangerously capable Myyra can actually be in order to protect her daughter. That the fae actually helped struck up a deal with Myyra that if they actually can do X, Y, and Z for the fae, they will actually go as far to protect Mina as far as they could, as safe as they could from the said from the said ex-husband, and as such a deal is struck, and and Myyra now has the capabilities to actually protect her daughter from harm. But this requires her to actually try her adventuring days, and go and start off her adventure to go and find her ex-husband, stop him once and for all. Like, going as far to like, if you want to deal with a problem, you gotta go for the root, if you will. And that's why Myyra is, and as such, that is why Myyra is on her adventure. Thoughts, questions, death threats? Because I will say this, eventually Myyra would find someone who will love her for who she is, and eventually she will find someone who is actually worthy for her daughter as well. I don't know what kind of person would I actually turn Mina into, but all I know is that she's not going to be like something that my ex wrote for her original iteration, where she becomes the heir to the said empire that she is from, turning her into some sort of a contradictory mess that she's not afraid to actually shed blood, but there is still a level of kindness that is still in there for those that she accepts wholeheartedly. Like, dude, there is so much contradictions in this one in his one story, and that's confusing. So yeah, of course I want to do something better for Mina and for Myyra and Mina. So, would love it to be in a party with her in a story like that. You know, funny that you actually mentioned that. I actually had considered playing as Myyra when I was invited to Savage's game of the Spelljammer campaign. That I had ideas already when it comes to mind. One of them is the options I had at the time is either Myyra, Nessa, and Mary. And eventually, Mary's the one who is chosen for the Spelljammer campaign. And eventually, I was also given the chance to bring Myyra again for the Ravenloft campaign. And, eventually I chose Celine, which she also has her own story to tell in that one, as well as bagging Ismark. But I know that there will be a day that there will be a campaign where I could definitely say this is where Myyra is going to stay. I don't know when will that day ever come, but I actually am looking forward to it. Because I would love to play as Myyra. I just have to make the biggest sacrifice of them all by not playing something that's basically a support. Something that deals with damage instead. A DPS-ish. Then again, I also have been trying to figure out on her build for Myyra, because she's a Hexblood, that's for sure. And not Hexblood, Hexblade. I did it again. Cause she is a Hexblade warlock. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna make that thing work, because I actually envision her to be using a whip as a weapon, you know? Despite that, whips are martial class weapons, and that is a whole ass bullshit in my end. Which is dumb, because whips are shouldn't whips be basically dex-based weapons? I mean, instead of strength-based? Sorry, I was just on a tangent or something. Myyra seems like a skirmer with a lot of debuffing spells. Myyra with debuffing spells is something I should definitely think of. Honey!
Hi.
Hi! okay. Because I'm actually trying to figure out when it comes to Myyra, if you will.
Okay.
That I would love to play as her one day. I just need to figure out how to make her work combat-wise, if you will.
I mean, just gonna throw that out there. That is that Cyberpunk reflavored 5e game that our other DM wants to do one day.
That may be true. It's just I also don't mind seeing myself putting Alice there, you know?
I know.
But Afton has been suggesting giving her a lot of debuffing spells in her repertoire.
I mean, I can see it.
Yeah?
Although that being said, at least as far as I'm aware, her original story is that she's trying to keep her daughter safe. Therefore, she's good at manipulating people.
Mm-hmm.
So she's essentially one who talks to people or manipulates their minds in that regard. A bard specializes in buffing and debuffing spells. So maybe, and they both go off of charisma, so warlock bard?
A warlock bard mix. In that case, would College of Swords actually fit her well when it comes to being a bard?
I don't know. But you know what? I'm gonna give it a go.
Oh?
Yeah, I'm gonna try building it. I got nothing better to do.
Okay.
Alright. Can you just send me her stats?
I haven't actually rolled for her stats.
Well, do you want to do it then? You want to do it right now?
Sure. But let me go and use one of our dice rollers in the Breakfast Club. I mean, let's see. How do we actually do this? 3D. Oh, no. Let's see.
4d6. Take the low. 4d6 K3.
Keep 3. All right. Yeah, that didn't do jack. That didn't do jack. So okay.
Where are you rolling these?
I tried doing this in the Breakfast Club, but now let's go into
ETD.
Enter the dungeon.
Here, watch. Let me just roll /roll 4d6 K3. Let me just type in the command for you. Yep, that's the command you're looking for.
Oh, okay. Wait, or I could use the random caravan command into the Spelljammer server. So. Ow! Ow! Okay, that is terrible.
Well, let's do a second set then.
Ow!
Let's see how it looks.
Ow! Oh,
I mean, you got 117. That's not bad.
Yeah, but that's 7 though. Oh no. Okay, that's a lot better. That is significantly better.
All right. You're gonna have a bit of a treat here, chat. While she's drawing this, I'm gonna build it.
Okay, look. I know that you guys are probably wondering what the hell is this kind of confusion here. Okay, let me tell you. I tried rolling for stats for Myyra to see what for the context of D&D, if you will. And oh boy, the first one is absolute ass.
To be fair, I could see that 7 going to her strength.
You think so? Because I like to see her using a whip as a weapon.
Yeah, let me see what whip scales off of.
I mean, this is the first stats that I got for, this is the first, row of stats that I wrote for, for Myyra, and it's,
Honey, a whip can go based off of strength or dex.
yeah?
Yeah, it's a finesse weapon.
I thought they're strength-based weapons.
Not according to D&D Beyond.
What? But, then what was I thinking of then?
Probably like an axe or something?
Cause, yeah, I was thinking that her weapon as a hex blade would be that she summons a whip.
I mean, it only does 1d4 slashing, but it's got both the reach and finesse feature. And besides, wait a minute, if you're going to use that as your hexblade weapon, it won't even matter.
Huh?
Hexblades go scale up charisma specifically for your attack rolls. It's why I chose it when I made my own warlock.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So, what do I do then?
Well, I was under the impression, at least initially, that we were going to make her a Fey warlock. Someone good at manipulating people and such.
Ah, then I kind of got my warlocks wrong again, don't I?
Yep. She's an elf, right?
Yep.
Which flavor?
I
High elf?
believe she's a Shatterkai elf.
Oh, Shutterkai? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
It has been a while, so I apologize for trying to get this thing right, and I kind of flub up in certain areas.
That's okay, that's why I'm here, to make up for it.
Aw, lover.
The one thing is that it is a martial weapon. So at least as a warlock, initially, you won't have access to it. But there are some bard subclasses that will give you access to those things.
Yeah?
I just need to figure out how to make them work, that's all.
Okay.
Alright. Weapon or tool. Or I could just give her, as a Shatterkai, I could just give her access to whips off the bat. Yeah, they get access to a trance ability. You can't be put to sleep, 4 hours. And whenever you finish the trance, you gain 2 proficiencies that you don't normally have to a weapon or tool. One of these can be a whip. Yeah. I could see her with the whip and a disguise kit, personally. Given she's trying to hide from a abusive... I struggle to say lover, but you get the idea.
Her ex-husband, but yes.
Yeah.
I think a disguise kit won't, I think the disguise kit, disguise kit would be a good addition.
Okay. Alright. Question is, do we want to start her off with a bard or a warlock? Because I could see her starting out with like maybe 1 or 2 levels into bard, at least at the start, because she was essentially, if I understand correctly, was a performer / courtesan.
Pretty much, yes. It's why she had
Okay.
it's how she was able to get her ex-husband in the first place. However,
Okay.
Things have got a little bit dicey on his end, especially when it comes to the pursuit with more power, and his impatient ass ended up imploding the marriage because he really wants his heir, and it has been 3 years since they've married. She's not produced an heir once, and his impatient ass ends up causing and due to his impatientness and as well as his greed for power, he ends up casting her out as a result. This ironically backfires because she does end up having his kid, but at that point, Myyra loved her daughter so much, and as well as afraid of her future, that she's willing to go for the lengths to protecting her.
Alright, I'm actually thinking I'm going to use, at least initially, the first stat block, just to get an idea, because I like the spread of it. Like, it's not just a bunch of positive numbers. There's at least one bad stat, which I could see as her strength.
You think so?
Well, we can always go with the second stat block if it doesn't turn out okay, but I think I can work with it. I want to make this interesting. Because look at it this way, out the gate, she's already going to have a 16 with that first stat block. She's going to have a 16 to Dex and an 18 to Charisma.
Okay, you know, maybe we might keep that first stat block.
Skills. We're going to give her all of the talkie skills.
I wouldn't mind playing as her one day. I just don't know which will be the right campaign for the job when that happens. I have been thinking about using her for the Planescape adventure, but I don't know if that'll be a right fit for the job.
Yeah.
She could fit into the Fool's Gold story.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
You know what, I'm going to give her the court... What was the nature of her husband? Her husband was like a noble or something, right?
Yep.
So we can give her the courtier background, which, while she is not a part of high society or anything like that, she does know how it works.
How come I've never heard of that kind of background before?
Well, let me read you the background feature. Court functionary. Your knowledge of how bureaucracy functions lets you gain access to the records and inner workings of any noble court or government you encounter. You know who the movers and shakers are, whom to go to for the favors you seek, and what the current intrigues of interest in that group are.
Where have I not? Where is this background from in my life? Where did it came from?
I don't know. I can look later.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, what was her husband's race?
I want to make him human.
Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna give her all the Elven languages. Common, Elvish, Undercommon, and Sylvan.
What is the difference between common and undercommon anyway?
It's like the difference between English, American English and British English.
Oh! Okay, that
Typically
makes more
spoken
sense.
by the Drow.
Ah! So they basically have Cockney for an accent. Gotcha, carry on.
This last with a Cockney accent, speaking like a damn orc.
That or Australian.
Yeah, Australian fits. Deception, performance, deception, and you get access as a base thing for the bard. You get one more skill.
What have you gotten so far?
So far, she has access to deception, persuasion, performance, and insight.
You got deception, performance, persuasion, and
Insight.
insight. What about perception?
Okay, we can do that. Let me just see if it has it. Not in the bard, but if I choose persuasion as one of her bard skills, I can then go to her description or insight and get your perception. Oh wait, no. As an elf, you already have perception.
Oh. History?
Okay. We can do history. I can see her as essentially being fairly smart, but not particularly wise. I mean, it's the whole reason she got into that whole mess in the first place.
Yeah.
She couldn't see the red flags.
I mean,
It's unfortunate, but it's the reality of the situation.
this is kind of true. And in fact, thinking about it now, it's kind of why I vibe to her a lot when it comes. I vibe with her a lot, and why I do not like how my ex was actually treating her in a writer's perspective.
She also get access to 3 instruments. As bard. While I don't see her as particularly using instruments and such, I see her more as a dancer. The proficiencies are there, so we might as well use them.
I could see her using a lute, a drum, and
Pan flute?
pan flute.
Think like the satyr pan flute.
I'm aware, but a pan flute doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Alright, 1 level in that, and then 1 level into Warlock. Because we do know where I do know where this is going, just out the gate.
Huh?
We're gonna go with the Fey Warlock.
After all, she did make a deal with a Fae in order to
Archfey.
an Archfey in order for her to keep her daughter safe. And the Archfey also could see the Myyra's prowess, because okay, I know I shouldn't be revealing way too many eggs in the basket for her backstory, but it needs to be said so that way chat would actually get context. When a few years later, her husband's guards arrive into the town that she was actually hiding in from, and not only did they actually discover her, but they also have discovered Mina, which is the
kid,
who is her daughter, and fearing for her daughter's safety, and out of pure protection, Myyra went as far to actually kill off both of them. Yep, and if I want to actually, and in the words of that one guy from John Wick, I once saw him killing three guys. I once saw him killing 3 guys in a bar with a pencil.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm putting 3 levels into both Warlock and Bard, so we get an idea for subclasses and such.
Mm-hmm.
With the Bard, you get expertise in 2 skills. I'm guessing we want Persuasion and Deception.
I think that'll work.
Yep. Now let's get a Bard College.
Hey, listen.
Do you see her as more of a spellcrafter, or do you see her as someone who can actually go into the fray and actually...
Hold on a second. Yes, Jack's a dragon? You did the hey, listen. Is there something I've been missing? I scrolled backwards and there's no, I'm not hearing, I don't see anything yet. Oh well, if you have something to send in my direction, please say so, okay? I'll look at it once you're done.
I think I do know her Eldritch Invocations, though.
Oh?
Armor of Shadows, so she can cast Mage Armor on herself at will with no expenditure of spell slots, which means she can essentially be as revealing as she wants to be and still be protected. But then the second one is Mask of Many Faces.
Oh?
Allows you to cast Disguise Self at will.
Oh.
Unless you'd rather have something else.
The Mask of Many Faces does sound tempting, but so is that first one as well.
Yeah, you can have both, hon.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? I'll give me both. Cause
Okay.
when it comes to Eldritch Invocations, yeah, that's the part where I get confusing. It gets confusing really fast.
Hmm.
But I'm trying to figure out what kind of bard that would actually suit well when it comes to Myyra, if you will. Because I could see her as a college of swords, and as such, she's good with. And as such, she's. And given that you said that you see her good with dancing, she's might be a sword dancer. Who knows?
Okay.
Let's see. I asked for Coco because I'm not in a good mood because I was helping my dad build a trailer in the cold. Oh, gods.
Oh, boy.
Oh, gods. Yeah, I forgot. The south may be having spring early, but the north or some places above that, not so much. Okay. All right, so let me just go at, aha. There you go. There you go, Jex the Dragon. 1 Coco. That'll be,
Just be sure to let it cool first.
it'll be 5 silver, but let it cool off first.
Alright, so College of Swords.
College Eloquence. She won't roll Deception or Persuasion under a 10. Silver Tongue is broken.
That is true.
I don't think I actually made use of that. Mainly because, as Violette as a College of Eloquence, I don't think I actually made use of that.
Well, to be fair, no disrespect to Dom, but he kind of gave us a lot of things on silver platters.
That and also, well, I got a lot of missed opportunities.
Yeah. We're still figuring out what we want it to be.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, look at it this way, hun. You have expertise in both persuasion and deception. Going based off those two things, without any equipment so far, the lowest you can roll on a persuasion or deception is a 20.
Huh?
This is a level 6 character. Their proficiency bonus as such is a 3. You have expertise, so that's a 6. Your charisma is a +4, which is 10.
Huh?
As previously stated by lovely chat here, your silver tongue makes it so whenever you make a persuasion or deception, the lowest you can roll is if you roll any lower than a 9, it becomes a 10, with the exception of natural ones. You have expertise in both those skills.
Oh! Oh, fuck! Holy shit!
So the lowest you can, with this character sheet right now, as it stands at level 6, the lowest you can roll on either of those is a 20.
Yeah, I think this character is,
A manipulator.
Holy shit.
Yep. Let's go ahead and add some spells.
Myyra is broken.
Yep. I think I know one of our cantrips.
Hmm?
Booming Blade.
Booming Blade?
Because here's the thing about whips. They have reach.
So, with Booming Blade, and upon... Can you remind me of what this Booming Blade does again?
Essentially, you wreath your weapon in thunderous energy. And you make the attack roll as normal. If it hits, if that target moves before the end of your beginning of your next turn, they take a D8 of thunder damage. However, Once you reach level 5 and you have this spell, it does an extra D8 automatically.
Oh.
Compensating for the whip's poor damage. And if they do move, they take an additional, depending on your level, an additional 2d8. Just by level 5.
Huh.
So let's say you decide to booming blade someone, and then you cast something like fear, making them scared and want to run away.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Alright. Vicious Mockery, because Bard, obviously. Because I get the feeling she has some real zingers and really cuts into someone's heart.
You know, for a family man, you really do have. For a family man, your wife is not feeling upset. Perhaps what you're doing is a skill issue.
No, I got something for this.
Huh?
You know, despite calling yourself a family man, your wife has been awfully upset. Don't worry, I handled it. Alright. You get one extra Bard cantrip and one extra Warlock cantrip.
Sorry, yawn.
It's fine.
Okay.
Of course, there's the classic Eldritch Blast.
Of course, I would love to have cast Eldritch Blast. In fact, I would actually find it extremely funny that she cast Eldritch Blast through her whip when she goes for really further damage. When she really goes for really further distance.
Yep. And I'm thinking for Bard, you get one extra cantrip. I'm thinking possibly prestidigitation, like whenever she wants to light like a pipe or something. Okay.
Because prestidigitation, I finally learned through the dirty deeds how useful that thing can be.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay, there we go for Myyra's design, for Myyra's front ink. Now
I know one of Myyra's spells.
Hmm?
It's a second level spell called Suggestion.
Oh yeah!
Mm-hmm. Essentially, I'm giving her all the manipulation skills, along with Cure Wounds and Healing Word, because I know you.
Obviously. Wait, I could do that as a. I could do. Oh yeah, Bard for Gore.
Bard levels, hon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could still be a support, but I can also be damaging.
Yep. And you know what? Let's see here. Let's see what else there is.
Oh, fuff. No? Okay.
I'm gonna give her Enthrall.
Enthrall?
Yep. Essentially, you.
Honey? Did Discord crap again?
Wait.
Okay, you're there. Okay. Huh?
Hey!
Marco!
Hello!
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Enthrall is essentially you. They make a wisdom save, and you essentially start flirting with someone. They then have, if they fail, they have disadvantage on any perception checks to perceive any other creatures other than you. It's literally Ka from the Jungle Book with "Look into my eyes."
No, there's no need to fight. Surely we can actually do something else and other means, won't you think?
I can actually. It's more of a case of your guys need to sneak by a guard or some guards or something, But then you just start, essentially you walk up to them like, no need to rush. Flashes tits.
Or just use her eye, but yeah.
Yeah. You get the, yes, but my instance makes it much more clear.
Well, I mean, I don't know how to properly say this out loud in a Twitch, but I could try anyway. When it comes to the early years of her time, she has to find other means to get by, and one of them is that she has to work. She's not proud of it, but she managed to get by for her and Mina.
Yep, and you know what? I'm gonna give her one last spell, and it's a damaging spell. Cloud of Daggers.
Oh yes.
Alright, that's the bard spells. Now for the warlock spells. Let's give her Crown of Madness.
Oh, as someone who has used Crown of Madness for one time where it works in our favor and then the other, yes. That thing in the best case scenarios did came in clutch.
Let's see, what else can we give her? How about, since we have those extra spell slots, let's give her Misty Step.
Afton says in the chat, Mickey, you concern me. Stida, you terrify me with this build as a DM. And to that, I would say yes.
Let me enwrap you with a story here, chat. I will fully admit to being a min-maxer. The reason for that being is that I have a very mechanical-oriented mind, very kinesthetic. I would like to dig into something's mechanics, figure out how to break them, because that's how I figure out how they work. I want to know when I find something I like a system, for example, such as 5e in this instance, I want to know the ins and outs of that system and essentially be able to rattle them off like they're on the back of my hand. The best way for me to learn how to do that, figure out what makes a system work, by absolutely breaking it. That's how I learned Warframe, that's how I learned D&D.
You do be like that, though.
Alright.
I mean,
let's give her...
Fuck's sake, you actually want to be a min-max... You really want to stretch out your min-maxing muscles when it comes to my other cat... Hey! Leonard! Thank you so much for the sub for 10 months! Thank you!
Thank you, Kuya!
You gotta know the rules to break them, says Gonzo.
Exactly.
And to you, when I brought up my one character that I have cooking in the crock pot, Loki, yeah, you really wanted to try him out when you, upon learning all the things that I get, all the potential things that you can do with it.
And you know what? I'm also gonna give her Shadow Blade.
No?
Yeah, it's essentially you you know the summon swords that Virgil has?
Yeah?
Think that, but a bigger one you can use in your hand.
Oh!
Let's go with Hellish Rebuke. And for the last league, we'll go with Hellish Rebuke for a defensive spell.
I'm currently multi-classing as a barbarian paladin. My subclasses is Conquest and a homebrew called Juggernaut.
That's just critical role stuff, my friend. That's all but essentially. What's the word I'm looking for? All but canon.
I mean, if it works out, you do you.
Mm-hmm.
Let Leonard know!
What?
He likes to break things kinky.
I mean... Alright, what's the bard's starting weapon here?
Oh,
We got a rapier, we got a longsword, and we got any simple weapon.
Rapier is something I definitely see her using.
Okay. We'll go ahead and add that starting equipment. And oh, I just realized something.
Uh-oh.
A shadow blade is a spell, but you can flavor the spell any way you want. The whip can be the shadow blade.
So, in short, it looks like a sword, but it has segmented it has segmented blades.
Yeah, it won't have the reach feature. Or actually, let me look at the spell. It deals 2d8 psychic damage on a hit and has the finesse, light, and thrown properties. In addition, when you use this sword in a target that is in dim light or darkness, you make the roll with advantage. If you drop or throw it, it dissipates at the end of the turn. Thereafter, while the spell persists, you can use a bonus action to call it back to your hand.
So, it is a whip blade.
Pretty much.
Huh. Is this going to be a terrifying build again?
Well, hang on. Can you just type out her name to me so I can put it on this sheet?
Okay. Myyra Lubelia, which is basically
Just type it out to me in Discord.
I'm
I'll just copy and paste.
Hold on. You know, if there's one thing that I really do like touching upon when I like to research upon, it's flowers. Not only because of not because of what they look like and appreciate their beauty, but because I have a fascination when it comes to flower language. Do you know what lobelia actually represents in flower language?
Enlighten me.
Okay. Hold on a second. Malevolence.
What?
Yep. Which they also can be, which in some cases it also can be, which is also funny. In some cases they also symbolize love and devotion. But in other cases, it's distinction and malevolence. Funny, isn't it? But yeah, I've always have a fascination when it comes to flower language. And if I actually find a really good flower, as well as their meanings behind it, I would always implement them when it comes to my stories. Most of the time, they will be they will be character names, but sometimes if I want to flex my artistic muscles, they will actually be implemented into their design. I mean, hell, that is why most of the time, in the Dione's family line, most of the kids are just actually based on flowers, if not characters that you find from, or figures that's featured in Greek mythology.
Yep. Hi, sure.
Hello. I literally just sat down.
I'm sorry. It's just, you have no idea how happy I am to see both of you here.
Wait a minute. I just realized something.
Huh?
You got the Eloquence Bard, which has like the can't roll lower than a 20. Then you got Fey Presence from the Warlock. Starting at first level, your patron bestows upon you the ability to project a beguiling and fearsome presence of the Fey. As an action, you can cause each creature in a 10-foot cube or originating from you to make a wisdom saving throw against your Warlock spell save DC. If the creature fails their saving throws, are all charmed or frightened, your choice, until the end of your next turn.
In short,
She can be either sexy or scary.
I mean, well...
Depending on your taste, that might be the same thing.
Eh? Alright, there's also... Oh, I never chose a packed boon for her.
A pack boon?
Yep. Essentially, think of it as a level 3 feature.
Hold on, guys. Someone's calling me, so I need to take this. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, so... Alright. Alright, I'm back. It was a false number.
It do tend to be that.
Yep. But yeah. So... That actually fits kind of both for Myyra, you know?
It does. But... you know what? You don't really know much about these pack boons. So, how about we have a little bit of fun with this?
Okay, Afton, you take care now, and good night.
Night, Afton. Yeah, how about we have some fun with this?
Oh?
Let's get some ideas from chat. These are the pack boons that are available. Pact of the Blade, Pact of the Chain, Pact of the Talisman, and Pact of the Tome. Which do y'all think would suit her, given what you now know about her? Have some participation, you know?
You know, I am familiar with Pact of the Chain, and that's the one when it comes to familiar summoning. The others,
Correct.
not so much.
Well, I'll just go ahead and just briefly describe them. Pact of the Blade is essentially the melee one. You can essentially allow your pack weapon to appear or disappear in your hand at will. And you can transform one magic weapon into your pack weapon by performing a ritual for that which lasts for an hour. Essentially, it lets you summon weapons from the ether.
Putting a pin on that.
Pact of the Chain is, as you said, summoning. Pact of the Tome is essentially you have a book with you, a grimoire specifically called the Book of Shadows, which allows you to take 3 more cantrips from any spell list.
Whew. In a different case scenario, that would have been something I would definitely pick if I play another warlock.
It's a very nice one to have because as warlocks, cantrips are your best friend. And then there is Pact of the Talisman, which is the one, personally at least, I think fits well.
Huh?
Pact of the Talisman, your patron gives you an amulet, a talisman that can aid the wearer when the need is great. When the wearer fails an ability check, they can roll a d4, potentially turning the roll into a success. This benefit can be used a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and are restored upon a long rest, once you all used. If you lose your talisman, you can perform a 1-hour ceremony to receive a replacement from your patron. This ceremony can be performed during a short or long rest, and it destroys the previous amulet. The talisman turns to ash when you die. You know what I could see her doing this with?
Which?
Think of the D&D movie. Getting that amulet of invisibility.
Oh!
I could see her giving this talisman not for herself, but for her daughter.
What kind of a bard she is personality-wise? Okay. I may end up flubbing my words on this, but this will take a hot minute. Hang on a second. Let me drink first.
Yep. I'll fill in the blanks. The best of my ability.
Okay. I see her as someone who is beguiling, cunning, graceful, but who's not afraid to actually getting her hands dirty if it's a means to actually keep her daughter safe. When she is with her daughter, hell, when she is with someone who she finally opens herself up to, there is a woman who has nothing but love and actually love and care, loyal, and she is not someone who will not take her
Kindly.
and she will not take kindly for those who actually would come around and mess with her loyalty, because to do so is to bring forth the worst side of her, where she's not afraid to be spiteful. Hell, I mean, there's a reason why she's in her quest when it comes to taking down her husband. Her ex-husband has done her wrong, thrown her away, as well as their daughter, but she is not afraid to actually act. So yeah, does that actually help?
Yeah. In short, she's kind but manipulative. Most people, they see the manipulative side. Those she grows to care for, they get the kind side.
Pretty much, especially if it's especially in the context of what she went through. But that's not going to be an easy thing to do, because yeah, what she actually went through. She once loved someone very dearly, but that person did not treat her with the love and kindness that she deserves. So it's going to take a while for her to actually get to that point, especially when it comes to romantic interests, if you will. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay, so ink body.
Yep.
Deck.
Here's how it works, hon. At the moment, with this character sheet, you have 4 normal spell slots, the 4 first level, 2 second level, and 2 packed spell slots.
So,
The normal slots come back on a long rest, but those 2 packed spells can be regained on short rest.
let's see. Talisman would fit if it was a wedding ring. Her scorn gives her power. I don't think I actually drew her with the said wedding ring, but I could think that her necklace, the one that she's wearing on her neck, be where her talisman is, where her pact is from. But then again, when it comes to Myyra, I made her other eye glow. I made her other eye yellow, just like her original design. But I left it there because I see it as it's a symbolism of her pact.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make more sense?
That makes sense. At least to me. But hang on.
But I wouldn't mind implementing that or something. If it means if it's a pact of the talisman.
And there you go.
You've already made her character sheet?
Mm-hmm. No magic items or anything like that. Just 6 levels, 3 for each subclass.
This is gonna be a broken build. Is it a broken build?
Well, why don't you take a look and find out?
Alright.
She's got some weaknesses to be sure. So
Alright.
she's not completely broken.
Alright. Let me actually go take a look at this. Okay, so crossbow hand, and for VAR features, spell casting, I can do long rest, and then there's warlock features. I wouldn't mind playing as her when I get the chance one day.
Yeah, just know that she's not necessarily built to be a fighter. She's meant to be a crowd control, a manipulator, one who's good in this, essentially excels in the social aspect.
So, what do you suppose? If you, ideally in a game, it has to be So, are you saying ideally that she's best suited in a game where it's mostly RP wise?
Mostly RP. That being said, she does have options for if she gets into a scrap.
Oh?
Yep. Eldritch Blast is a wonderful little cantrip, and it's half the reason people even multi-class in the Warlock, because it does a D10 of force. She's got her weapons. She's got a bunch of other defensive spells, such as Hellish Rebuke and Mage Armor at will. No need to spend spell slots. And she's got the ability to essentially heal and even single out certain enemies and say, you're now out of the fight.
You know what's also another spell that I actually would see her having in her repertoire?
What's that?
Enemies Abound.
Let me check to see if that's a spell that she can learn.
Because let me tell you, using that thing twice and it actually came in useful, the results are fucking hilarious, if you will.
Let's see. That is a third level spell. As she stands right now, she does not have access to third level spells. But she definitely could pick. But she could definitely pick up that spell later down the road.
Well, okay, so it's not entirely. All hope is not lost.
Yep. And the best part is, it's available to both bards and warlocks.
Perfect.
But yeah, she is specialized, but she is in those situations, she is a powerhouse. And to answer your question from before, she probably would excel more in an more RP-centric game, but she can still hold her own if the need arises.
Now I really want to play her now. I just want to, it's just that, I hope there's a campaign that'll be best suited for the job.
I'm back.
Welcome in!
Welcome back! But yeah, she's not completely overpowered. If we use that second stat block that we rolled for her, yeah, probably she would be. But she does have weaknesses. For example, she doesn't have the highest of wisdom. She has only a 10, which isn't bad. It's just average. And she's got a 7 to strength, which means she can be yanked around if someone got close enough to her.
This is true. Can you imagine it though? If I get to pick as her in the second season of the. If there's going to be a sequel campaign of the Dirty Deeds
Honey, that's just it. That's probably going to be the Cyberpunk game.
I know. But still,
but if we did a similar thing,
something similar to a degree, yeah.
She would probably do wonderfully.
Let's see. Let's see here. I think think that as soon as we're done doing the inks for her in the back, yeah, that'll be most likely what we'll do, what will end of the day. But at least we did the front. At least we did the front, and that's one piece of
Yep.
good news.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to have as much room as I can so I can actually make the alts for Myyra.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Well, why not? This is Patreon content, Dave.
Yep. And you know what? Since it's also technically a Patreon character,
Hmm?
I'm going to make it essentially an executive decision here.
Oh?
I am going to give her one free feat that's not particularly that I don't think is particularly broken.
Okay. I mean, you basically min-max her enough. What more can you give?
Well, give me a couple minutes and I can see what I can do.
Okay. No, I'll miss you. Hey, I'm gonna hang around just a little bit longer. It's just that the reason I'm here much longer instead of clocking out at 5 is that, my DM is currently out of town for the week. And as such, that gives me a little bit more time to continue more of this. It's why we started this thing a little later, but we're still sticking around and kicking.
Hmm.
Let's see. It's been fun. It has. And I actually got to explore, and it's really has been fun to actually talk more about Myyra. And, well, not. And I actually, and talking about her more makes me wish I can find a campaign that actually fits the job for playing as her. Because I've made a fuck ton of characters. There is no two
You and
ways
me
about
both.
it.
You know what? I know exactly what to give her to help with that whole alluring part.
No?
Telekinetic.
Telekinetic? Okay, elaborate.
You raise either your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma by 1. Obviously, we're going with charisma because that's your primary thing, making that 18 into a 19. Nothing that changes much, but you also learn the Mage Hand cantrip and can cast it without verbal or somatic components and make the spectral hand invisible. Essentially, Jedi stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, if we decide to trade out one even better, if we get the Mage Hand cantrip later down the road, its range increases by 30 feet.
Well, that woman's not going to be broken now, isn't she? No, this is perfectly fine.
Yep. As a bonus action, you can try to telekinetically shove one creature you see within 30 feet. When you do so, the target must succeed a strength saving throw, DC 11, plus your ability modifier of the score you chose to increase, or be moved 5 feet towards or away you. A creature can willingly fail this save. So as it stands, that's a DC 15, which is pretty easy to do but for some of the late game, but it's a wonderful flavor thing. So, because I can imagine her like rizzing someone up at the bar, just raises a hand and just see a glass of wine just go right by the other person's head as she just grasps it and just starts swirling it around.
That's not gonna rizz up anybody at all. No, that's fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
She is literally the definition of bewitching beauty.
How is it that Myyra has went from a My Little Pony reskin that belonged to my ex to this one beguiling beauty that is basically all the... Yeah, she's not broken at all. She's perfectly fine. This is fine. It's not like Steve... I mean, Steve has a habit of min-maxing shit, but this is fine. This is fine.
Inspiring leader. That's not a bad choice either, Lunar. But I don't see her as one who leads a group. Do you, hun?
I mean, what are the benefits behind behind that anyway?
Well, let me take a look. Inspiring Leader. You can spend 10 minutes inspiring your companions, shoring up their resolve to fight. When you do so, you choose up to 6 friendly creatures, which can include yourself, within 30 feet of you who can see or hear you and who understand you. Each creature gains temporary hit points equal to your level and your charisma modifier. So in this case, that would be a total of 10 temporary HP. The creature can't gain temporary HP from this feat again until it has finished a short or long rest. So think Aragorn. Think Gandalf. You know, there are no speeches before their big charges.
Okay. I mean, I could see that with Violet, but I'm on the fence when it comes to Myyra, though.
I mean, it is an option we can take.
Wait, why did I actually do that when I, You know what? I'm gonna make a copy of this so I could fix this and saving that copy there for the hair because this is going to be alts and alts are going to contain stuff that only my people on Patreon can actually see. For first come first serve, which for that this stream has been made possible by those who my fellow supporters and those who pledged to me on Patreon, which is now available there into the link is now available there for you guys to see. Inspiration can come in from many things. This is also true. I mean, I'm inspired to actually make Myyra and fledge her to the best of my ability, thanks to my ex and taking his character after I remembered our word. I mean, after remembering his word, you know, because I'll say it again. I know I'm a broken record, but I'll say this again. I do not like the way how my ex treated me, Myyra originally. Yes, that there's some there's some moments where he managed to make it work well, but he is such a dickhole, you know. An angsty,
I believe the proper
spiteful
term is
dickhole.
incel.
Yeah, this is true. He is an incel. And the more incel he gets, the furthest away I kind of am, because there's no way I chose to befriend that any further. It's why I kind of stopped contacting him a few years back. Which is probably for the better.
Telling scary stories. That's not bad. Like those were fucking spooky. This ain't so bad.
I mean,
But yeah.
I definitely do see her as a very when it comes to kids, Myyra is weak. Has a weakness towards that, given that she's a mom herself.
Yeah.
And
But
guys, I basically made a goth melf. I basically made a goth melf, and yes, melf. You heard me. Instead of milf, I just put an e instead of I.
which is
You know how milf actually stands for?
no.
You don't know what MILF stands for. Okay. No,
Not
this
for
will
sure,
not
anyway.
this will not stand. No. Okay.
I know the
Ow.
I know the M stands
that's
for
not
mature.
allowed.
That's about it.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Well?
No. Didn't. Okay. All right. Help's on the way. Hang on.
Yep. And let's see. Mother you'd like to bang. Yes, correct.
There, honey. There. It's an open chat. Okay.
Ah. Wait, then where does the E come in?
Elf.
Elf.
Ah, now I get it.
There you go. You get a cookie. You only get a itty bitty cookie though, but it's a cookie.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, save and layer check. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me actually design her hands first before we actually go and tackle when it comes to the rest of her body.
Yeah. Hands are the biggest of bitches.
No artists out there would disagree with that notion. I mean, a good chunk of us. I know Artsy really does love to draw hands. And that's okay, you know? More power to her. In fact, I wish
Envy it?
I kind of envy it sometimes. But I do try my best, you know?
Hmm.
Let's see. Oh, Elf. I thought the E stands for...
Wait.
You know that
I mean, that also works.
That also works. That also works. Also, Casta, welcome back. Welcome into the paper plane in. Welcome back. Welcome back. I am currently drawing my character Myyra for my Patreon reward, as she is the one who won the Patreon for this month, for Valentine's Day, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Here, let me also go ahead and send her sheet now with the aforementioned telekinesis.
Okay, so I don't know how am I gonna make this work because she has a dress. Wait, I do have a way to making this work. The apron is still going to stay there. And the hem of the dress is... Let's not forget the hem of the dress.
Yep. I post the link in Discord so everyone can see it, but I know links are a bit iffy in Twitch, so I shall send it in the open chat.
Mother, everyone likes... I mean, to be fair, Myyra is bisexual, so any man, woman, or in between is free to actually give it a try. I made a lot of characters who are bisexual, but hey, as someone who is bisexual herself, it's kind of...
Gotta know them to write them.
Yep, pretty much. Let's see.
It's that old adage, write what you know.
It do be like that, though. Wait a minute. Oh, fuff. I almost made the mistake on erasing the line art where her hair is.
Might be worth that save and layer check.
Oh.
Yep.
Thank you. So I'm gonna go and do that.
And because I can do this.
Oh, thank you for that. I kind of needed
Yeah.
this.
And you also got a hydrate from Melody here. Cute.
Oi, my neck. I'm okay. And thanks for the hydration.
Mm.
And now I'm just gonna make one more save, and there we go. Whew. Alright, that shouldn't be too bad. Just a little bit more on her, and then we might most likely do the flats? Yeah, I guess so, for the flats. By the way, honey, I marinated the pork chops last night, so maybe as soon as I'm done with the stream, I'll make that for dinner. Or should we actually do
Nice.
the thing for what you suggested earlier?
I mean, we certainly can if you want to.
How do you think they're still open?
I can certainly check.
All right. Okay, so let me go ahead and fix this here. I really do like the development that I really do like talking about Myyra as well as the potential development that we've did earlier today. This is something.
And for the record, hon, they close at 8.
Okay, so there is time.
Hmm.
Maybe we can actually do that before I make dinner tonight.
Yeah, sure.
Besides, I am kind of curious about that place, so that's something I can't wait to actually do. Okay, so. But yeah, chat. What do you think of this today's stream? And do you actually like Myyra a little bit more now that I actually talk more about her and from her backstory to what she is as how she's capable as a character in class?
Honey, I'm pretty sure at least half the people here wanted to absolutely fuck her brains out already. You've just put more fuel on the fire.
It don't be like that though, innit? 10 out of 10 would love to see more of her. Aww.
Yeah, at some point you really should design her daughter alongside her too.
I already did.
Oh, you did? I thought you were still
No.
a bit wishy-washy like on hair color and such.
Well, the hair color I'm still figuring out how to actually do that. But yeah, chat, this one came out of this one, you know? Interesting, isn't it? So, I'm on the fence on whether or not should I actually keep her hair red, make it blue, that she's in the middle of disguise thanks to elf patron, the
Elf patron?
The elf patron, the fate patron, yep. Or brown, which is what she actually takes after her dad. These are options that I'm still trying to figure out which one best suits the bill.
What do y'all think? I mean, personally, I would say that at least during her disguise, yes, make it blue. But when she's not disguised, red and brown, that's kind of the toss-up.
I definitely need to settle this, settle this once and for all. But yeah,
One day,
she
yes.
is tiny. She's 5. This woman popped out that kid.
Ain't she adorable?
And I'm also trying to figure out how she was able to kill off the guards when they actually found out about Mina's existence. Would it have to be in a simple tool, or was she actually just? I think she'll most likely be skilled enough to use a simple tool to kill off the guards who tried to take Mina away.
Well, to be fair, she's got a dex of 16 and she has a rapier with her.
I really want to go for the John Wick route, like I once saw, where the Archfey Patreon said, I once saw her killing 3 guards in a bar with a with a pencil.
Hi, Phil.
Hi, guys.
Boo! Hi! What's good?
That would require the Tavern Brawler feat to give her proficiency with,
Improvised weapons.
Yep.
My multi-class character will slaughter all who hurts this child and make them feel nothing but despair for the actions they did to her.
That's the thing about parenthood, isn't it?
It don't be like that, though. I mean, Myyra may be a beguiling charmer of a person who's not afraid to get her hands dirty, but she will not be afraid to get them even more dirty when, heaven forbid, if you've come anywhere near her kid or children in that particular matter. Because all bets are fucking off at that point. At that point, yeah, maybe that's something she and Dione actually get along, won't they?
Probably.
But Fu, how are you?
Tired, I had to shovel the driveway.
Oh no,
fun.
in the cold?
Yeah, that's the bad part about the snow you love oh so much.
I am so sorry to hear that.
It's fine.
Yeah?
Again, I feel like a lot of us have very romanticized views of snow when
Not
we
without
haven't lived
reason.
through it.
Yeah, not without reason, but yeah, living in the snow has its own host of problems.
I mean, I can't really, I kind of, sorry, I'm sorry about that. It's just that look, as someone who lived who was born and raised in a tropical land for 18 years of her life, moved to Hawaii for 12 more years into that, has never seen snow once until last year. I actually really do enjoy my time there up there in Colorado until I actually got myself a concussion. Nevertheless, I still enjoyed my time up there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Plays drop metal pipe sound.
Let's see. I think this one is coming together a little bit more. Let me turn off the back sketch. Let me turn off the sketch to see what it looks like. Alright. We just need to take care of a few more things, and then we're gonna be off to doing the flats for this woman. But yeah, this is something I definitely would love to play as Myyra, because now that you actually give the bard options where I could still have sub-level support, because I can't help it. I'm a support at heart. There is
Yeah.
it's a little, it can be very tricky to branch out myself, but I can't help it. Anyways, her being an eloquence bard with an archfey, Pact of the Fate, hexblade with, no, that's not
Archfey.
Archfey, with an archfey, and yeah, this woman is, you made her busted after I just, gave you the cliff notes, don't ya?
Like she is a master manipulator.
I just realized something. Wait.
What's that?
Never mind. For a minute there, I thought I would be. I'm trying to figure out for myself how am I gonna make this work when it comes to her standard tattoo, if you will, because she actually has a tattoo on her thigh, which is oh dear, right there.
Is it a dragon mark?
Yep, that dragon mark right there. Because Shattered High Elves has this one thing where they have certain brands on their bodies that signify their strength. And trying to put that into paper when it comes to their designs, I was like, oh hell no, there is no way I'm able to pull that thing off. So I may have to just
Trace one?
I may have to make one myself. So I managed to find my old dragon tattoo that I've made for Sinolog long ago, and it actually came in useful.
You find inspiration in all very strange places.
I mean, I designed this tattoo. I designed that dragon for when I was I designed that tattoo myself, you know? And if I could, maybe that's something I wouldn't mind, but I prefer henna tattoos. Ones that actually stick around. Oh no, if Anfu's gone. Anfu's okay.
Yeah.
What happened to the buddy?
One where it sticks around for a few weeks or so before it disappears completely. I mean, if I were to actually finally get myself a tattoo, it's gotta be something that's simple but stands out, you know? Cause I know that when it comes to tattoos, the few things that you do not want to have in there that are like, and in there are your significant other's name, if you're still in a relationship with them, band tattoos, and Snoopy tattoos.
Why Snoopy?
I don't know. There's a reason behind them, but its reason is escaping me at the moment. I think if anything, flower tattoos will most likely be ideal for me. That or I mean, I would most likely start small by just using a I think I would rather, if I could, given the opportunity, I'd rather have small, simple tattoos like flowers than something extremely big and extravagant. Even though I kind of wish I could have ones that are based on my wings, but that is going to be a very sensitive spot, so I think I'd rather take my chances in going for something small.
Yeah, right in the shoulder blades. Ugh.
Yeah. Hey, Mickey, guess what? Banks? Banks? Banks, what are you doing? Also, hello.
Oh.
Oh! Banks! Banks! Hi! How's it, everybody? Welcome into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikata Neely, and we are currently drawing my character Myyra for my Patreon reward. And
what the heck is fucking? Oh, you're absolute just gremlins. I'm surrounded by gremlins.
Cybercyrus, hi! Welcome into the Paper Plane Inn. And Banks, thank you so very much for the raid. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Fairbanks, VP, there you go. It finally works. But yes, thank you so much for the raid. And raiders, welcome into the Paper Plane Inn. I am Mikata Nui, and we are designing my character for Valentine's Day. And we adjust. I think this line art for the back is pretty much good enough as is. Let me just go ahead and do a save and layer check. And you know, that face is slightly fucking with me, so let me go ahead and actually go and fix that. But Banks, I hope you had a good stream today. Honest, did you guys actually had a good stream? And did you guys actually have fun earlier? If not,
yeah,
then
we're playing Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, then I hope that today's stream would actually be a little bit in the relaxing end for you. Okay, so I guess that looks pretty good. I mean, let me go ahead and there we go, there. But Banks, if you actually are still in the chat, thank you again for the raid. If you want to go ahead and rest up after it's been a long stream, go ahead and do so. I'm gonna be here just a little bit pinch longer. I slept.
Oh, you dirty spellcaster. I kid. I've always wanted to get into 14, but I'm kind of scared to.
Huh? Why's that?
Because if I start, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop.
Ah!
It's essentially like the way warfarin was for me back in the day.
You know, that's kind of understandable, sweetheart.
Mm.
I think this heart looks pretty good. Or should I actually cut off her bang so that way the heart is much more prominent?
Nah, I think it's fine. It kind of breaks the silhouette a bit.
Okay. Let me go.
What do you... I mean, if we're up... I was about to ask, I was about to say, what do you think, chat? They just... Like, put the heart away. Let me see the goods.
That's gonna be for alts, honey.
I figured.
That's for the people of Patreon to see.
I figured.
Which, I'm gonna be bringing this one more time over here. For those who actually are curious, and if you guys wish to actually, wish to support me and watch my content grow, there you go. It can be, hell, even $1 can actually be, can be enough, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's by no means mandatory or expected. It's just if you feel especially generous, and if you do happen to subscribe to the Patreon, we are very much grateful. Thank you.
Alright, let's go ahead and start doing the base. Okay, when I said do the base, I meant the whole body, not leaving gaps. It's required by Okay.
all right. Feeling a little bit passionate about it. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so I know I fixed Myyra's face just a smidge, but okay. I guess that looks pretty okay. There we go. We just need to fix up her face just a teensy bit before we actually would continue. Because I am trying my best not to have my perfectionism come in and just, well, that is definitely something I need to work on. I know you shouldn't do so, but you should just you shouldn't be consumed by the siren song of perfection.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes, darling.
it's okay. Your piece is good.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, and that's the back. Now let's go ahead and fix the front.
As the old saying goes, perfect is the enemy of good.
Maybe it's because I wanted to actually try my best to fix up any errors that come in my way, you know?
Understandable.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do that. And let's go get Myyra's form. And now we're gonna try to fill in the flats when it comes to her hair. I think I'll squeeze in just a little bit pink.
Oh boy. Okay.
Thank you so much for the plushy barrage. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Those are some fuck me eyes if I ever saw it. I mean, you're kinda not wrong. This is kind of a trademark look that I've been doing so far, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, like I said, she's literally the definition of bewitching beauty. Of course she's got fuck me eyes.
Is this going to be a character that people would actually try to pursue after?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see it. I could definitely see it. And all I could say is that may the best Kara win.
Spouse. Yeah, may the best spouse win.
Yep. I just couldn't help but feel a little bit I think the best way for me to figure out who will do it best, it's chemistry at the end of the day, if you will.
Whoa.
Because I'm gonna be a little bit honest. Ever since what happened with my time with Alabaster and how he treats Nessa like a flip-floppy matter that's borderline frustrating, I asked myself, no, I am not gonna put any of my other characters the same way that he did to her. So I can't help but feel a little bit, well, I just want to, all I ask is if the chemistry works out well, great. If it doesn't, well, I'm not vibing with it. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point.
That's okay.
Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna make this work, but I'm gonna try. Okay, there we go. There we go. And now for the lipstick. You can be protective of your creations. Well, thank you. I guess I kinda am, aren't I?
They're essentially your kids at this point.
Yeah, this is true. Especially when it comes to Nessa, though. I'm fiercely protective when it comes to that because I don't want to go through the same experience that I went through when it comes to Alabaster again.
Yep. Just fuck that guy on principle at this point.
Pretty much. Probably. Okay, and let me go and start handling her. Okay. Now, when it comes to her makeup, I have to be a little bit careful on this. Okay. But I will say this. I can't wait to actually practice more I can't wait to actually showcase more of my characters when given the chance. Because okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna do this in a separate layer because there's no way that I'm gonna get a clean swipe without having to mess up with the other colors. There we go. Since I'm able to draw well when it comes to Myyra and be passionate to showcasing who she is, I can't wait to do the same thing when it comes to the other characters. Because there's so much I want to actually showcase. I actually wouldn't mind showcasing villains of those who actually are involved in their stories. Especially when it comes to in the particular case of, well, our favorite of my other favorite pair of characters. Yeah, Elia and Darius. Those two have a common antagonist, and I can't wait to actually talk about and showcase him one day. And it's also Dave's excuse to actually finally meet the character who he wants to throw hands to. I mean, am I wrong, Dave?
You are not wrong.
But what do you guys want me to do? Talk about first, NPCs or villains?
That's actually a good question.
I mean, what NPCs did you have in mind?
Well, NPCs that are tied to the character stories, who are allies or who are allies at best. Especially when it comes to Mina, then there's also the rest of the Stonebark family, if you will. Hell, Diane's mother is something I couldn't wait to make a design out of one day.
Oh, yes.
Now that's something Steve would definitely want to sit down and listen to.
Probably. Though, with that in mind, I think you should probably go with Makaria first before you get to the mother.
Makaria? Oh, right, Makaria, Diane's sister. Wow, black and purple really does suit you best, don't you, Myyra?
Well, yeah, obviously. As I said, goth mommy.
It do be like
Literally. Anyway, I'm gonna lay down for a bit. I'll be back in like maybe 10 minutes or so. It's just my back's starting to hurt a little.
Fair enough.
Okay, fair enough. You go and
I need a
rest.
stretch.
I'm gonna continue just a pinch longer for this, and then we're definitely gonna call it here for the day. But I will, chat, now that you got a good look at her when it comes to this, okay, smash, hug, or pass when it comes to Myyra. Let's see. Maybe off-white is not a very good color. Let's see. How about with this bright? Yike. Okay. No. Oh, Jesus Christ. The saturation's hurting my eyes.
My eyes!
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. There we go. Softening to that.
I'm fine. I was just making a meme.
I know, but I also wish to protect chat's eyes because of the saturation. It can actually hurt a person. There we go. And I think a nice pink apron would definitely do when it comes to her look. I think I'll coat that thing up with chocolate when I get the chance. Wait, in fact, let me just go over here.
Hello, Jay.
Jay,
Hey.
you're back.
I have returned.
How are you feeling?
A little better. Just got back from taking Daisy for a walk.
That's good.
Yep, I'm about to make some dinner. I'm cooking up some kielbasa.
Kielbasa? That sounds familiar.
It's a Polish sausage.
Oh.
I'm basically going to be frying it up on a pan and serving it with rice. It's really good.
Oh. Okay. I'm just currently still drawing here for Myyra, and I think I'm kind of need to change the color for the chocolate. There we go. Now,
Hey, one question.
Yes?
What is your guys' favorite kind of rice?
Calrose.
Calrose?
Calrose.
I haven't had that.
Let's just say it's a different way of saying sushi rice.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
I see. I'm actually very fond of jasmine rice myself. It's a nice balance between brown and white rice. You get more nutrients than white rice without like tasting completely bland like brown rice.
Okay, so I'm almost done when it comes to Myyra's flats. Let's go ahead and make the back for her, and we should be calling it a day as soon as we're able. So let me go and take a look here. Let's see. Oh, don't forget the reference on for that. Wait, it's 6:28 here on my end, and it's starting to become a little bit more darker. I'm trying to weigh my options here, chat, because as much as I want to continue just a little more, I think I need to start bouncing here on my end, because I got an important thing I want to do before it gets really dark and they close up shop. So I think I'll just continue this later later today. But until then, this is where I gotta go. I wish I could continue more, chat, but I can't.
It's one of those things.
Yeah, but we did manage to make some level of progress when it comes to Myyra, and I actually liked drawing her again. Even talking about her, to figure out her character, to figure out her character a little bit more in terms of combat-wise, is actually pretty fun. Yeah. So.
Actually, speaking of, I'll tell you after the stream.
Okay. So, as much as I want to continue more chat, sadly, this is where I gotta go. So let's see, who is on right now? Calliope is also on, and so is Redclaw for his subathon. Boo the Rat is also on. Ludessa is also on, and who should I actually go for?
It's time to consult the bones.
Fair enough. Okay. Let's see. I'm going for D4. 1 is Calliope, 2 is Redclaw, 3 is Ludessa, 4 is Boo the Rat. Oh! Redclaw it is. Huh. Well, it has been 6 million years since I raided him. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and actually go and do that. There you go. There's the raid message right then and there. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's stream and you actually get to see me draw more when it comes to Myyra again. Especially when it comes to talking more about her as well. So, this is where I gotta go. Because, 1, I got things I need to do that's important. And 2, once we're done with that, I need to make dinner. And I seriously hope I can actually finish this up in time for Valentine's Day. But I also got the Date Me OC auction too. So much stuff to do, so little time. Why can't I have a hyperbolic time chamber where I can just go in there for 1 minute and it'll give me several days in there so I can finish this?
Honestly, mood?
Yeah?
I just like a hyperbolic time chamber so I can take a year-long vacation.
It do be like that, though. Alright, guys, this is where I gotta go. Until then, there's no stream tomorrow because tomorrow's Valentine's Day. But until then, may y'all have a good night. May y'all eat well and rest well. And I'll see you guys next time at the Paper Plane Inn. Okay, honey. Take care.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.